For today's video blog, I want to talk to you a little bit about how to be successful fishing with live bait. Now, I know a lot of people think that being successful with live bait fishing is all about just what your bait's doing out there away from the boat, close to the fish. And to me, to be successful at live bait fishing has more to do right at your reel. And what I mean by that is I want to always know what my bait is seeing and doing. And I do that by just feeling the line as it comes off my reel, paying attention to what I feel. Now I have a big reel here just to demonstrate it, to make it easier for you to see. But it doesn't matter what kind of reel you're using. It could be a spinning reel, it could be a bait caster, it could be like a 500 size reel. It doesn't matter. It's all the same technique. So I cast my line out, my bait hits the water, and as soon as my bait hits the water, what I want to do is back spool my reel to catch up to my bait. I want to feel that bait out there. Now it's not going to weigh a lot, even if it's an anchovy, but you can feel it there on your fingertips when you connect with it. Now once my bait hits the water and there's no threat, maybe there's no fish in the area, it's just going to kind of slowly swim out there. It's not going to ask for a lot of line, just going to kind of drift in the current, and every once in a while ask for a little bit of line. When it does, I'm going to feed it a little bit of line just as what it asks for. What I don't want to see you do, and I see this happen all the time on party boats, is someone casts out, and as soon as the bait hits the water, they're just putting line and putting line and putting line out there. You don't want to do that. All you're going to do if you do that is tangle everybody on the side of the boat as your line gets stuck in the current and starts moving. So you just give it line as your bait asks for it. Now, when I do back spool it and I don't feel my bait, what I will do sometimes is put the reel in gear and catch up to my bait by just turning the handle and catch up to my bait. I want to get to the bait so I can feel what that bait is doing out there, what it's seeing. It's my eyeballs out there away from the boat. Now, once my bait is out there and he sees, let's say, a 20, 30-pound yellowtail, it's going to start moving a little bit faster. It's going to want to get away from that fish. When it sees that that fish sees it, it's going to move a little bit faster, even more. And once that fish, that yellowtail, starts to charge at my bait fish, it's really going to move. And all those steps, because I'm paying attention right here at the reel, I'm feeling with my fingertips. I'm feeling it, see it. I'm feeling my bait getting nervous and trying to get away from that fish because the line's coming off faster and faster off my reel, and I'm paying attention to that by just keeping my fingers on the fingertip and my hand on the spool. So I can feel all that stuff happening. Now, when that bait fish is really scared because that yellowtail is coming down and chasing down on it and it's swimming really hard like that, it goes from this to a thump, just a thump like that, where my bait is now inside the fish. It went from a little sardine to a 30-pound yellowtail, and the line screaming off my reel as the fish goes the other way. Now, it's bad enough that those fish are going to hit it and attract it and just swallow it really hard, but they don't go up to it and chew on it. What they do is they get close to it, and they don't even have to touch it. They just suck up all the water and everything between that bait fish and themselves. All the water blows out through their gills, and that bait fish is that thump going right down the fish's throat. When that happens, point your rod at the fish, count to like 3 or 4 at the most. Don't count to 10. Put the reel in gear, and then let your rod load up. Even if you're fishing spectra, you're going to have mono as a leader or fluorocarbon as a leader. Let that rod load up and point right at the fish, and then drive the hook into the fish. A monofilament is nothing more than a rubber band, so you want it to really just take all that stretch out as that rod points to the fish, and then drive the hook into the fish. I'm a big guy. I pull very hard on fish. I've never brought in just a fish head, but it's kind of a goal of mine. You want to really set that hook on the fish. The only exception to setting the hook on a fish after it's picked up your bait is if you're fishing a circle hook. At that point, you just put the reel in gear, point the rod at the fish, and the line will start coming off your reel, and you're all done. You don't have to do anything else. Just start fighting the fish. That's my little blog on how to fish with live bait. Again, the whole key to me is to be successful at catching that fish is to pay attention right here at the line, right on your fingertips. You shouldn't have any problem catching that fish. Once you get the fish to the boat, you can release it, or you can take it home, use my fish batter, and cook that fish up. Tastes really good. Well, that's today's video blog. For more information on what we're up to, you can follow us on Facebook, Follow me on Twitter. Go to our website and sign up for our free newsletter that we send out twice a month, give you updates on everything we're up to. And please watch my show this weekend in your local TV station. Thanks again for watching, and I'll be on TV this weekend. Thanks.